All right, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kelly, and today I feel like a broadcaster. Okay, so today I felt impressed to talk about brokenness. God doesn't waste our tears. So when we're going through things, that is something that's very comforting to me, is knowing that He sees everything that I'm going through all the time. In Psalm 56:8 says, "You number my wanderings, you put my tears into your bottle. Are they not in your book?" So He keeps track of everything. He keeps track of everything. Nothing is hidden from His sight. In Psalms 34:18, it says that the Lord is near. Sorry, I'm not asking a question. I don't know why I keep inflecting up. Okay. Psalm 34:18, it says, "The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart and saves such as have a contrite spirit." And the word broken in Hebrew there is the idea of something being fractured by force, like bursting. When we read this, we might think it's like, you were gently bruised by a disappointment, you're brokenhearted about something. But this is the idea of someone who's utterly crushed. And it says that He saves such as have a contrite spirit. And that word contrite means crushed, literally to powder, like humbled by pressure. And so I think a lot of people obviously go through these things, and sometimes life just gets the better of us, whether it's medical issues that we have going on, people that we've lost, and you've been praying and praying and praying and nothing's changing. There's a lot of circumstances that can break us. And in my early 20s, I was in a relationship. It was like a dumpster fire. And there was so much turmoil and hurt and broken promises. And I was the definition of crushed. I was doing things I never thought I would do to try and cope with the things that I was feeling. And instead of going to the Lord like I should have, I just teetered, in and out of going to the Lord for comfort. But then when I still was feeling pain, I would go and cope with drugs or alcohol or whatever it was, And so I spent a lot of time in my closet as a teenager, and like literally, not like I'm not gay, but I spent a lot of time in my closet as a teenager because I think it was just like a safe place. And it's also like, I felt like it was soundproof, like people couldn't hear me cry if I went in there. And when I became an adult and I was married, going through these things, I would go in my closet as well because it just felt secure. Nothing could get to me in here. And the Lord showed me a picture of Him in that closet, squished in with me. And the verse that says that He's close to those, that we just read, that He's near to those who have a broken heart. For me, when He was telling me this, it was that He was so close because He wanted to be able to grab me right as soon as I turned to Him for help. And it's the way I feel with my son. If he's like playing, like say I'm doing dishes and he's down in the living room playing and he bumps his head or something, like I run to him to comfort him. And the Lord, He doesn't have dishes to do. The Lord is not preoccupied. The Lord is not unaware. He numbers our wanderings. He puts our tears into His bottle. He's well aware of what we're going through all the time. And so we should be encouraged to lean into that there's an ever-present help in our time of need, and it's in the Lord. Sometimes we deal with things longer than the Lord wants us to, only because we're trying to do it in our own strength. We're trying to handle things in our own strength with what we think is going to help. But the Lord has a different way. His ways are higher than our ways, and it's going to be uncomfortable. Sometimes that pain is going to linger because if you skin your knee or something, your mom or dad would like pour alcohol on it or peroxide, to cleanse the wound before they bandage it up. And a lot of times we just put numbing cream on it and slap a Band-Aid on there with the things that we're trying to do to comfort ourselves, right? But meanwhile, it's getting infected. So the Lord, I felt like He wanted to encourage people to run to Him, that He is our ever-present help in time of need. He wants to be there for you. And if you'll just let Him, He will comfort you. He'll gird you up. He will encourage you, and He'll start to strengthen you and start to show you, that He does work all things together for the good of those who love Him, who've been called according to His purposes. And, I was in 2 Corinthians yesterday, and, sometimes it's a little bit like, I feel like sometimes it could even be selfishness that we don't want to continue going through what we're going through, or like we don't want to deal with it, because when we realize that the Lord is going to use everything for good, one of the things that He does, it says in 2 Corinthians 1:3-4, it says that He's the God of all comfort, who comforts us in our tribulation, that we may be able to comfort those who are in any trouble with the comfort with which we ourselves are comforted by God. I've realized that the things that I went through in my marriage that were so painful and that broke me, that crushed me, the Lord has healed me from that. I've gone through deliverance. He has walked me through all those pains. And now I'm able to speak with other women that are going through that in their marriages. And it's just really comforting. And it's really great when you get on the other side of it. And for those of you that feel like you're called to ministry, or everybody's really called to a ministry, right? Like in one way or another, you're ministering to people. And something that my Apostle Dave said in our meeting yesterday was that we minister out of our valleys, not out of our mountaintops. And I thought that was profound, because that is so true, right? You go through things, and that's where the Lord strengthens you. That's where, in the valleys is where you're watered. That's where the water is. So I say all that to say, and I'm sorry it took me, 8 minutes? Oh Lord, I'm going to have to edit that down. So I say all that to say, I want to encourage you to run to him in your brokenness, fall on the rock of Jesus, and allow him to be your strength, and remember that he's got you and he sees everything. So I am going to play a song for you guys that I wrote during that time in my life. And I hope it encourages you to run to him with all you have, because he does see everything and he's working it all out if we just place ourselves in his hands and allow him to do his work. So without further ado, here's the song. Okay.
Well done, good and faithful servant, is something I wanna hear. I don't know quite exactly how I'm supposed to get there. And every time I turn around, I'm reminded that you're calling me. I know I'm just human, but it seems like I could be doing better for me. So I place myself in your hands yet again, to do with me as you please. And I'm open to your refining. Lord, have your way in me this time. Now I'm stripping down there before you, casting all my care on up to you. And I let your love surround me. Suddenly I don't feel so lonely, because I place myself in your hands yet again, so do with me as you please. And I'm open to your refining. Lord, have your way in me this time, because it seems like I'm not going anywhere, like I'm running in place. But I know you see it all, and you will guide me when I seek your face. So I place myself